And he goes, that's never bothered me one bit. Shut up. Shut up. I knew it. I knew it. Oh boy. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are finally reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and I am so excited. I've been putting off reading A Court of Silver Flames for so long because I genuinely don't know who I'm going to be after I read this book. From reading the other ones and seeing Nesta in all of them, I think that I am going to absolutely love her. Even from just reading the first 100 pages, I think this is going to be really good for me. And hopefully, we will get out of our reading slump, because we're going on 7 months and we need to clear this up. So, this will be a spoiler reading vlog just like my other ACOSF videos, because so many people already know and love this series and this story, so I want to give my full opinions and thoughts on the book. So as of right now, I am like 100 pages in. I'm on page 106, chapter 9, and so far so good. Seeing Nesta and Cassian and their banter has been great so far, as well as seeing all the other characters and how they feel about Nesta right now. She's been doing some interesting things in the 9 months that they have left her alone since the attack or the war with Hybern. And now they have decided she's had enough alone time. She needs to get back to the real world, and so she has been taken to the House of Wind to be trained by Cassian. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Even just the way that she is talked about in this book, and even in the other ones, that she's made of darkness, that the fight and anger that's within this girl, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So, yesterday while I was at work, I ended up audiobooking some of it because I wanted to at least try to get into the juice, the meat of the story. So we're still working on that, and I think today I'm also going to audiobook while I'm at work. And so when I am back, I will let you know any thoughts that I have going. Hi friends, I am back, and I am back home from work, and I'm reading, if that wasn't obvious. I'm on the last page of chapter 18, and Nessa and Cassian are having a moment, and he's trying to get her to tell him what's bothering her and like what happened to her that has made her so angry, besides what happened in the cauldron, I'm guessing. I don't really know, but because what does he say to her? He's just like, let me have it. And he says, whatever you need to throw at me, I can take it. I won't break, which... Too good. And then she goes, you don't understand. I'm not like you and the others. And he goes, that's never bothered me one bit. And she says, it bothers everyone, even oh so special recent. And he instantly is not happy. And he goes, I told you once and I'll say it again, don't take that snide fucking tone when you speak about him. And that is giving. What did you say about my brother? Like, instantly that's what my brain went to. Well, first I went, oh, and then I went, what did you say about my brother? Like, that just, it might be a me problem, but that's what that gave. And then, he literally is like, okay, well, square up. Let's fight about it. Like, let's fight. And this bitch kisses him. Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I about to turn the page to? Oh. No, got it. You know, yeah, got it. No, yeah, got it. Okay, I'll be back. Anyway, it's a couple days since I last talked to you, and I am still reading A Court of Silver Flames. So far, so good. I am really into this book. I knew I was gonna love Nesta. I knew. Literally since the first book and since people were like, I don't like her, I knew I was gonna love her. So much so that I bought this shirt because also Lady Death, that's so sick. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm currently on chapter 32, page 347. And what's happening right now? So right now, the whole mission that they're on is trying to find the trove, and they need either Nesta or Lane to scry and find it because they are still connected to the cauldron, to the same kind of magic, I think. Reading this, I'm like into the fantasy, but like some of it I don't understand. But I'm pretty sure that's just a me problem, and I'm not focusing on the right things. Anyway, so a couple chapters ago, Nesta tried to scry and find the trove, and it kind of unleashed her memories and re-sparked her fear of the cauldron and what happened to her, and is bringing those things back. And so that night she has a full-on big-ass nightmare and freaks out, and Cassian, Azriel, Rhys all run to her room, and she is screaming in agony, covered in silver flames, which is her true power, I'm assuming. Rhys goes into her head to try to calm her down from the nightmare and try to like smother the flames. And when he comes out of there, he's shaking. He's freaking shaking. The High Lord of the Night Court is shaking in his boots because of the power that she contains. And then Azriel asks what her power is, and Rhys just says, death. Pure death. Like, I don't exactly know what that power means for her, but for everybody else, run. Because Nesta with that kind of power is about to be horrifying. She's already scary. Now she's gonna be like... Also, the relationship between Nesta and Cassian is just so freaking good. Oh my gosh. You're really getting Black Cat Golden Retriever vibes between the two of them, which I absolutely love. But you're also seeing like how ride or die they are for each other without them openly being like, hey yo, I'd die for you. But they both know it. They've both put themselves in crazy positions and like life-threatening positions in order to save each other. Also, when she wakes up the next morning from the nightmare, she wakes up to him sleeping in a chair in her room, and she literally gets weepy about it, and stop, it was so cute. Where is it? The dream had been real and not real. There had been no end to it, no escape, until a familiar male voice said her name, and the terror stopped, as if the axis of the world shifted towards that voice, which became a doorway, full of light and strength. And then it says, she stared at him for long minutes, the unusual paleness of his face, the brows still scrunched with worry, as if he fretted for her even in his sleep. Like a knight guarding his lady, she couldn't stop the image, sprung from the pages of her childhood books. She would not let herself cry, not for herself, or for the sight of him keeping watch beside her bed all night. That almost made me cry in itself. I was like, there's no way. See, Nesta about to cry, bruh? That's how you know. I'm also loving the relationship between her and the priestesses, especially Gwyn. Like, through that relationship, I feel like the the people around are going to realize that she is not as selfish as everyone already assumes she is, as well as their friendship and the little book club that they've got going on. I love that Nesta is a reader and she reads her silly little smutty romance books. Like, come on. That is such a good plot line. I absolutely love it. As well as her relationship with the house. It's so weird, but like it makes so much sense that her and the house would get along so well. Brings back into the like Beauty and the Beast kind of idea about the book, because like in Beauty and the Beast the house is not enchanted, but all the utensils and all of the house are people that are working, and I just think that is very cute as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I feel like I just talked for a really long time, so that's gonna be terrible to edit. But I will catch you guys back when I have thoughts and feelings. Alright friends, I am back with an update on A Court of Flames. I am currently on page 561. I want to say it's chapter 50. Chapter 55. So, pretty much, I feel like a lot has happened since I last spoke to you. We've indeed acquired the mask. We've also acquired the harp, which both of those, getting them, were quite interesting tasks that we had to go through. So pretty much the mask allows you the ability to raise the dead, maybe? Or was that just the mask with Nesta's power that allowed her to raise the dead and use them and command them, pretty much? Also, the fact that this girl almost got SA'd by a mythical water creature. What the hell? That was so weird. I did not love that. It also gives great more detail on why Nesta is the way that she is, given how men are the way that they are. Because in this entire book, like every time that Nesta has shown her power and used some of her power, it has been to get away from these nasty, disgusting men. Because what the hell? I don't like that. But it makes me love her so much more. Like, Nesta is a man-hater. She's a man-hater. And you know what? So am I. Oh, also, Nesta and her swords that she made. Oh my gosh, her swords being these like great death weapons because she forged them with her power. I'm obsessed. I love it. It is great. And yet again, her putting herself in danger and vice versa, Cassian putting himself in danger for Nesta while they were on this mission to get the harp. So good. I want to see the magnitude of her power because we can so tell how powerful that she is right now, not even knowing the full capacity of her powers. To see her in a full form is going to be so cool, and she's going to tear everybody apart, and I'm so excited. But as of right now, the relationship between her and Cassian, so beautiful, so cute. They are made for each other. I don't know if they're mates, but like in my head they're mates, because why are they so perfect for each other? I will say this is definitely the spiciest book out of ACOTAR for sure, which isn't one of the reasons why I absolutely love it, but it is pretty good. It's intense, but I'm very excited to see them more as a couple, because right now you can see the intense connection and tension that these two have with each other. It is so palpable. You can feel it when they're in a room with each other, and everybody else is starting to see it. It's not a hidden thing anymore, but I'm excited to see when Nesta fully accepts Cassian, because he is so down bad for her. she just won't admit how much that he means to her. She did recently say, like, "You're my friend" to him, which is so cute because Nesta is known to not have friends. People don't like her. There was another Nesta quote that I was like, this feels like me. This is Nesta talking about herself because something had happened between Nesta, Reese, Feyre, and Amren, and they got into a big fight, and basically Nesta revealed the secret of the outcome of Feyre's pregnancy to Feyre, and everybody freaked out, and Nesta and Cassian went on like a multiple day long hike just to kind of get her to unleash everything. And she finally breaks down about people not liking her, thinking the worst of her, and all of these things. And there's this quote, and it literally, I felt it deep in my soul. She was born wrong, had been born with claws and fangs, and had never been able to keep from using them, never been able to quell the part of her that roared at betrayal, that could hate and love more violently than anyone understood. She didn't remember a time when she hadn't been angry. She couldn't quell that relentless, churning anger, couldn't stop herself from lashing out before she could get wounded. And ouch, that hurts. That hurts. Because I get it. I feel it. This is one of those quotes that makes me relate Nesta to Rose Calloway. It's just a bunch of women full of rage, and there's something so beautiful about it. There's something so beautiful about it, and when it's written like that, oh my god, tear my heart out, because I get it. I get it. These women understand me just for that sole reason. I see a lot of myself in Nesta, and that is one of the greatest gifts of reading, is being able to see yourself in a character, have an author describe something that you feel or something about you that you could never put into words yourself. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, so far, so good. I'm into it. I'm hoping to finish this book today because I have, I don't know, maybe 200 pages, a little over. But I want to get this done today. I can definitely see this book getting me out of my reading slump, which is making me really happy. So hopefully when I finish this, we will find something else good to continue getting me out of this slump. But I'm going to continue reading, and I will be back with any updates and or thoughts. Okay, can I just say, there's this quote, they're going to the night court, the Hewn City, to, I don't remember what they're doing. Anyway, they're going to the Hewn City, and Cassian is describing everybody in their attire, and he goes, Nesta in night court black threatened to bring him to his knees. She braided her hair over her head in her usual style, but atop a delicate tiara of glinting black stone rested. Slender spikes jutting upward in a dark corona. Each spike was topped with a tiny sapphire, as if the spikes were so sharp they'd pierced the sky and drawn cobalt blood. You can't tell me that is not Rose Calloway cobalt coated. Like, prove me otherwise. Prove me otherwise. You can't. Anyway. We'll see what happens while we're in the Hewn City. I think, oh yes, we're there so that we're trying to survey our alliance with the Autumn Court, and Nesta is supposed to seduce Eris, and this is going to be really interesting because if he touches Nesta wrong, if he says the wrong thing to Nesta, he's literally gonna die. Cassian will kill him, Nesta will kill him, so let's see how this goes over. Okay, so I'm back. And I feel like so much has happened. I just finished chapter 62. Oh my god. While I was outside, I read the love confession between Nesta and Cassian, and it was everything. It was literally everything. I literally started crying, like, it was literally perfection. Also, there's something about a love confession when they're, like, arguing that I love. It's so good. When they were in the night court, she was to seduce Eris, and she does. And he goes to Rhys and proposes marriage to Nesta. And so Nesta and Cassian are having some sort of argument, and he says to her, like, you're not considering marrying him, like, this isn't actually happening. And Cassian loses it, and he goes, because I was fucking jealous. You looked like a queen, and it was painfully obvious that you should be with a princeling like Eris and not a low-born nothing like me. Go ahead, Nesta, go ahead and fucking marry him, and good fucking luck to you. And she goes, Eris is the brute. He's a brute and a piece of shit, and I would marry him because I am just like him. No. Shut up. And she says, I deserve Eris. And then she says, ugh, guys, like, I'm unwell. You are good, Cassian. You're brave and brilliant and kind. I could kill anyone who has ever made you feel like less than that, less than what you are, and I know I'm a part of that group, and I hate it. You are everything I've never been and will never be good enough for. Your friends know it, and I've carried it around with me all this time, but I do not deserve you. I'm so unwell. And then all of that comes down to it. They start making out. And as they're doing things, she literally is like, he's like, you're not marrying him. And then he says, or there will be no one else for either of us. And then at some point she also goes, you are mine. And, unreal. And so that sealed some sort of deal. And it sealed the exact deal that I thought was coming. And it has been officially stated, just happened in this last chapter. Oh, they're walking around town, and Cassian's being a little PDA-y with her, and she realizes, and she's like, oh god, like, this can't be happening. And Cassian brings up the fact that something happened that night between the two of them with that interaction. And Nesta is refusing to accept that this is happening. Yeah, they're having like a whole like Twilight type moment where he's like, say it. And she's like, no. And he's like, say it. And she's like, no. And he goes, say what I've guessed from the moment we met. What I knew the first time I kissed you. What became unbreakable between us on Solstice night. And she still won't say it. And he's like, I'm your fucking mate, bro. Like, shut up. I knew it. I can't. And so basically she panics because she's like, oh god, like, I can't handle this. I want to keep this last piece of myself. If I give up that, like, I'm done for. And so she freaks out, and she uses the bargain that they have and sends him away. And he's, like, literally, like, trying so hard to stay with her. And she's like... Anyway, he's gone. And now she realizes what she's done. And as she's going to sleep, she's like, oh, I'm gonna tell him tomorrow. And my new beautiful life with Cassian will begin tomorrow when I accept this mating bond. And she just got taken. I knew as soon as she was like, tomorrow my new life will begin. That was like, something's happening tomorrow. You ain't seeing Bae tomorrow. So, I guess we're back in conflict. I don't know who took her. I want to say I have like 100 pages left. So, I'm gonna get back into this because I'm intrigued to see who took her, what we're doing. I don't know. That's it. Alright friends, so I did finally finish A Court of Silver Flames, and I absolutely adored this book. It was so good. Back to where we left off when I last spoke to you guys. So Nessa ended up getting taken by the Illyrian soldiers. So they took Nesta, Gwyn, and Emery and entered them into the Right, which is like this big honor for Illyrian soldiers. But of course they would sneak in and steal them and force them to participate because they're mad that women had the same strength that they did to pass the qualifier. Rude. Nesta's fight to find her friends, everything she did for them while they were in this Right, I almost cried because what do you mean? What do you mean? Nesta, that selfish bitch that everybody is talking about? Say less. Say less. The friendship between the three girls literally melted my heart, seeing Nesta find friends and literally does anything and everything, is willing to die for them. Just saying. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Oh! There was one quote. Oh my god, I need to find it. There was one quote. It was a conversation between Nesta and Amaran. Because one thing throughout this whole book, Nesta, nobody hates Nesta more than Nesta. And honestly, quite hurt to listen to her talk about herself, the way that she views herself, all of that stuff was very sad and hard. But there's one quote, and I was like, this might be the best thing I've ever read, specifically in this book. Where is it? Oh, here we go. No way I just did that. I didn't even get to look at the page number. Damn. And this is why you tab books. Found it. Okay. So Nesta and Amaran are having a conversation. She's like, welcome back. You're finally doing so much better. She goes, that's the key, isn't it? To know the darkness will always remain, but how you choose to face it, handle it, that's the important part. To not let it consume you. To focus upon the good, the things that fill you with wonder. The struggle with that darkness is worth it, just to see such things. If you are anybody that struggles with depression, anything of that nature, did that kill anybody else? Did that hurt? Because, ow. Ow. I loved it. Also, just, there's so many quotes and things of that nature within this book because of Nesta and her feelings and how she has gone through her life. And it's one of those things, it brings it all back to reading a book and finding yourself in books. It's a beautiful thing. Nesta found herself through the friendships and all the people that were around her that ended up caring about her so much. Her little found family. And then at the end of the book, for her to give up her power to save Feyre, the baby, and Rhys. Don't even look at me. Don't even look at me, because Rhys getting down on his knees thanking her. The High Lord of the Night Court. I gotta go. And then I'm kind of upset that we didn't get more of Cassian and Nesta like together. I feel like at the end it was like, okay, we're mates, we're gonna have this big mating ceremony that we didn't get to see. And it was just like, okay, happily ever after. I'm like, no, 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 I want to see it. I want to see a bit of their happily ever after. But I guess I'll have to wait for the next book. The man that he is, he tracked down the one of the first books ever made for this girl because he knows how much she loves to read. Anyway, with all of that being said, I ended up giving this book, I don't actually know, let's think about it. Yeah, so I ended up giving this book a 4.5 star. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't give me the 5-star feeling though. I truly love Nesta, but I don't know, something was a little off for me that didn't give me that 5-star feeling. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you had a good time hanging out with me, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.